if there's an anime that you might be interested in, you can just check the timestamps just below.
Leave comments too. Hello and welcome everybody to another episode of Jobless Weebs. I'm Brian, and who we have?
And Mark the Villain Mexican.
Yep. As famous as always. And
super famous with like 370 something.
Oh yes.
Which you know, right. For me, that's pretty famous.
It's a lot of clout.
I don't even know that many people.
Yeah. I've probably seen anyway.
Yeah, for me that's already a win, so.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, we have a big episode today, but we did get some snow where we're at. So drive safely, everyone. It's pretty crazy out there. I already saw an accident earlier today.
Really?
On the other side of the road, thankfully. So I was fine. But hope everyone is staying safe out there.
We have this beautiful tradition where we didn't have anything to talk about, so we were like, let's talk about the anime that is coming.
It's coming out.
And now we've gotten to the point that our setup, it's always really weird because we're trying to, especially the one where that has the both of us.
Oh yeah.
The personal ones, they're like, okay.
Yeah.
The ones that changes is like the one that has the both of us because we want to look at the screen at the same time.
Right underneath the camera.
Yeah. And we came to a point where now like we have reviewed all or most of the animes that we're going to talk about just so that we don't have to read the description. It's like,
yes.
I don't know, bro.
That's right. So, yeah. We kind of like fine-tuned it.
Yeah, this is the episode where we tell you which animes you would probably want to watch based on your existing or your new likes or dislikes in anime.
That's right.
And again, like we don't cover all of them because there are a lot.
Would be crazy.
And at the time of recording, there might be a few missing ones.
Yep, that's right.
That has always happened.
Yeah, few always get announced as we get closer. But yeah, we'll go over a few that stood out to us and probably recommend some. Yeah,
we have a few returning ones again, like always.
Oh yes.
It used to be that only like
only the big names actually
made it.
Made more and more.
And we have a lot of animes that are starting to make a name for themselves. And it's winter, so winter always has like really good ones.
Yeah. Heavy hitters.
Okay, so the first one that we have, it's a returning one, is the third season of Classroom of the Elite.
Yeah.
We have Akano Koji, I think is his name. And he is a mastermind. Yeah. Not much has been said throughout these 2 seasons about his background. We just know that he's a mastermind and he's a genius, and he was in a facility that was making kind of like leaders.
Oh, yeah.
And he is the shadow leader of kind of like the stupidest classroom on this school.
Oh yes.
Yeah, and in the second season, he beat the crap out. I think that they're Group D, I believe.
Yeah, and he beats the crap out of the more elite.
Yeah, he beat the crap out of like the leader of Group C that was kind of like the main antagonist of season 2.
Yeah.
And the guy was like, I actually love that episode because the guy was like, tell me, Akano Koji, like, are you frustrated? Are you angry? And he was just like, the heck are you talking about? And just like kept beating the crap out of him. And the guy was like, I don't have fear. And then it's like, I have a lot of fear. Please don't hit me. So yeah, we're going to see a little bit more about, this big brain anime kind of thing.
Ooh, yeah.
That is just like these ridiculous and yet well thought situations and kind of like masterminding everyone and outsmarting everyone that I will definitely watch.
Definitely. And then the next one that we have is second season of Moonlit Fantasy. Tsuki ga Michibiku Isekai Dochu's, of course, second season. So yeah, it's back. it's going to be really fun because this guy has funny relationships with these girls. Every one that shows up, every one of them is just like just a ball of like weird personality and very eccentric.
Yeah, for those of you who don't remember, this
Yeah.
anime came out like in 2017 or 18, I think.
Mm-hmm.
I don't remember where it ended, but I was following the light
Okay.
novel.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the
There you
light
go.
novel is like years ahead of
Oh,
this.
yes. Yeah,
Um,
light novels.
But
are
from what I
way,
remember,
way
like some of the
faster.
last portions is that Makoto, the main guy, he got a new follower, which is kind of like he was an elder lich. But all of them turn out to be beautiful. And the thing is that in this other world, everyone's beautiful, and based on the standards of this world, he's ugly, as ugly as a demi-human. And he is not on good terms with the goddess, and he doesn't speak the language of the people. He can speak with anyone other than humans. And I mean, he normally communicates in greet and magic text, but and he can communicate with all sorts of creatures, but not with humans, because he's kind of like cursed. He has really bad luck. Yeah. And there are two more isekai heroes, one which is the former student council president. She's a hero of one of the kingdoms, and on another kingdom, well, kind of like empire, is this silver guy dude that it's also kind of like a middle schooler that turns out to be a really messed up harem protagonist. This guy knows about Makoto, but he doesn't know that he comes from Japan. And you know, the story that what I'm thinking is going to cover, it's Makoto becoming a professor at the Magic Academy.
Okay.
And you know, he's been ostracized a lot, but he does what every you know, protagonist does and resolves the problem without knowing that he had a problem.
There you
Just
go.
like, oh sure, whatever.
There you go.
He's
he's
one of the strongest characters in isekai world, or in the isekai genre, I think. So yeah, I like the world building in these, like the battles. They're really cool. Like I was following them because, you know, for the light novel, this is gonna sound really childish, but if there are no drawings, I'm not gonna read them.
Okay.
But it's like, I appreciate the fact that I still have a little imagination within me, that since I know the character design, like whenever I was reading it, I was imagining the battle, and I was like, man, this looks really cool.
Yeah, it does help for sure.
So yeah, this is also one of the seasons that I'm waiting for. One of my favorite isekais. Yeah, kind of happy that this isekai is being given a little more attention. The next one, this is an interesting one, and don't judge me. This is straight up for degenerates.
Yes.
This is called Matosei Hino Slave.
Yeah.
Or in English is Chained Soldier, according to my anime list. Which I doubt it, but but whatever.
Yeah.
And it is in a world where in Japan there's kind of like this alternate reality that had appeared in the form of gates, or kind of like portals. They're more like portals. And it take them to this other dimension that it's filled with demons. And these demons, they have a number. These demons, they have a name, which I forgot. But this area, it's called Mato. And also, it turns out that here the kind of like the gender equality has shifted, you know, from the man to be kind of like the ones in power, if you will, to the woman being the ones in power. And that is because this Mato place has some fruits that are called peaches, and they give all the girls special powers, kind of like at random, if you will. But at the same time, like it's kind of like based on their personality a lot. Like you learn about it a little later.
Mm.
That it's not that it's random. It's kind of like based on a specific trait of them.
Mm.
And yeah, women control now everything because now the teams of people that control all of these destructions or possible disasters are all girls.
Yeah.
And there is this boy that I also forgot his name.
Oh, yeah.
Don't judge me. I'm bad with names.
Okay, it's okay.
This is an ongoing thing with me. This boy, he's finishing high school, and you know, the only thing that they have for them is to become, to be under the thumb of women.
Yes.
Which, you know, nothing wrong with that.
Oh, sure.
Until he goes inside Amato, and he's like, oh, I'm in danger.
Yeah.
He gets saved by this white-haired girl in the middle, and she tells like, "Hey, my ability it is good, but it's not that good. But we can get out of here if you work with me. The only thing that you have to do." Is become my slave. And she has this power in that she has a chain and one of those kind of
like a collar.
Yeah, like a dog collar. And so he's like, oh well, yeah, whatever.
Right.
She puts her collar and he turns into kind of like one of these demons. Yeah. He's pretty powerful.
Yeah.
And now it's the rest of the story. It's about this girl trying to become like the top dog of these forces. But everyone says no because her power is kind of like really crappy.
And like all these girls in these forces, they have like their own powers and stuff. And it's really fascinating. What stood out to me was when the other girls, when they like, so for some reason they can like put the collar on, even if it's the same guy, this guy, the MC. And so other girls, they put their collars on him and he like transforms into a demon, but with different ability types and also a totally different overall look. And that is going to be really, really cool when it's animated. Pretty cool fight scenes too.
So yeah, the dude's name, it's Yuki. So yeah, Yuki, and you know, one of the main reasons of why I'm gonna watch this is because of one of the characters, Tenka. She's waifu material, and and I'm gonna get a figurine or whatever merch comes from her because, like, man, and she's actually voiced by one of my favorite voice actresses, Uchida Maya. Yeah. If you don't know who Uchida Maya is, she's Shadow-san voice or Katarina Klei's voice.
Yep.
Right. It has a lot of fan service.
Yeah.
Definitely like a lot, and the world building is excellent. The main girl, Kyoka, she is able to share her power. That's why all the other girls can like grab him, and he actually adapts to whatever kind of like the power of those girls are.
Yeah.
So yeah, he has many transformations. We have like kind of like the main enemy. At the beginning, you think of like, oh, it's just these monsters, but no, there's kind of like these humanoids demons that, as far as I read, they don't have a clear goal yet. They just wanna destroy these, female forces.
Oh yeah.
But yeah, lots of fan service, and I'm not there for the fan service. I mean,
it's a good story.
It's well received.
Really intense.
It's well received, but I'm not. I'm not in there for.
Oh right. For the plot.
Yeah, for the actual plot, not for the plot.
Oh yes, it is. Actual plot. We also have another returning season for Mashle, the second season, and it's gonna be hilarious. First season was, crazy and out there, but of course we'll see a little bit more about him and the world, and yeah, just like it's just like One Punch Man, Harry Potter.
Yep.
Let's go.
We have another returning one, which is Boku no Kokoro no Yabai Yatsu, season 2, The Dangers in My Heart. This one, man, I'm kind of like really torn because it's kind of like really good, really wholesome, but they're on middle schoolers and they're really horny. And it's like,
yes.
I mean, I don't know what's with middle schoolers nowadays, but at least back in my middle school days, middle school used to be more wholesome, you know?
Oh, I see. Right.
It's like, we were kind of like hanging around and joking about stuff, I guess, but I don't know. I kind of like it, but at the same time, I'm like, I feel that the police is watching me, and they're like, what are you watching? And I'm like,
right. I don't know. Yeah,
it's anime, okay? Don't get mad.
Yeah. No, I get it. Yeah. We'll see. A little bit more of her being really thirsty for him. So we'll see.
Yeah, because you know, at the beginning, this guy was really creepy.
Right. And that was his main thing. Just like, Normie, I'm gonna kill him, and like this is the way I'm gonna kill him. And he's like, I'm sick in the head. But
and Yamada was always eating, and they were having fun.
And I like that.
Later on, she's like super thirsty for him, and he's like, whoa!
It changes like the atmosphere of the
it would have like that's my point. It would have been a little better if it would have been kind of like high school. Like third year in high school, kind of like going to college. Yes.
Oh yeah.
Middle school is like, no man, I feel like I'm committing a crime by just by watching or reading this.
Oh gosh. 2
honorable mentions. The second season of the bottom tier character Tonosaky Kun. This is a guy that it's super good at gaming, but he has terrible social skills. It's a rom-com.
Yep.
It was pretty standard.
Yeah.
And another honorable mention. It's a Blue Exorsist. Is the 3rd season? Seriously, man.
Pretty crazy.
I like the first season. The second season was like, I don't know how it's gonna be now. Because if it would have come out, when it was on its peak, because I believe that this one had a kind of like a peak.
Yeah.
Now they're kind of like trying to revive it.
Yeah.
So
we'll see how that goes. Yeah.
But it's also pretty intense.
It is. And then of course the next one, this is gonna be really, really great. Dungeon Meshi, or Delicious in Dungeon. And boy, this is gonna be like a gem in this season. Because this one, their party, it's a fantasy world, and they're pretty far in the dungeon. They're fighting a dragon. I don't think they were prepared for fighting a dragon. And then the guy is like about to get attacked, eaten, but then his sister gets in the way, saves him, and she gets eaten. And so when she's like in the dragon's mouth, she casts a spell, and so the rest of the party members, they are teleported out of the dungeon, back in safety, and now they are kind of up the creek because he wants to go save his sister. Because apparently it's gonna like take some time for her to digest. It's like,
however that works.
Me? Well, anyway, for this type of story, it's very like D&D, a fantasy type world, especially in that you can revive people as long as you have the body or like a part of them. and you can revive them and like bring them back to life. So I guess that's okay. And the main point of it is when they go through and try to get her back, they have no supplies, they have no food, but they
pretty much lost everything.
Yeah, they lost
during
everything.
the fight.
Like 3 days of rations. They have nothing now. That's all gone. So they start going through, and the kicker is they start eating dungeon stuff to
Which
survive.
is taboo.
Yeah,
it's
it's
taboo.
taboo. And like anything you can think of, like walking mushrooms, monsters. As long as it's edible, they'll eat it.
Yeah, and they actually find someone that joins their party that knows how to cook these monster food, and
he's such a funny character.
Yeah, kind of like the main plot is like it's a cooking show, and it's like, by the way, we have to save this one person.
Right.
So
it's a cooking show.
Yeah, it's kind of like this.
It's so silly.
Yeah, this food show. They're like, this is delicious. It's like, I think we're forgetting something.
Yeah. Even in the story, they're like doing that. Oh, it's so silly. Oh my gosh. Another highlight is the elf. She's like not quite on board with eating stuff, but she eventually eats everything that they
because it's like it's like funny. We don't have food, we don't have much time, and also some of the party members leave.
Oh, they leave. Yeah, that's right. They lose two leave. Yeah, so
but the guy is like, no, we have to save my sister, and like we don't have kind of like the means together, so to get there, so we're going. Yeah, let's go. We'll make it do. We'll cross the bridge when we get there, and when they get there, it's like, oh, this crap tastes really good.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's actually the manga is completed.
Yep.
How many episodes is it, or chapters is it again?
It wasn't a whole lot.
I think it was less than 100.
Yeah, it was definitely less than 100.
But, so yeah,
probably close to 60 or so.
If all of it's adapted,
oh yeah,
like
they
Helg,
could. Oh yeah,
Helg, they could adapt all of Helg. The next one, it's called Yubisaki to Renren, or A Sign of Affection. Yes. This is definitely a new take on shoujo manga.
It is.
Because it takes place on a university level.
Yep.
So that's definitely different.
Mm-hmm.
And that's about it. That's the only thing new. Because the characters, you have the same kind of like type of characters that you would. Kind of like the main girl. She is kind of shy, reserved.
Yep.
And she is actually mute. Because she is deaf.
Yeah, to the point that even with hearing aids, all she hears is like a very low key like jumble of sound. But yeah,
kind of like Konoe Katachi, like the Silent Boys.
Yeah.
Just without the suicide.
Okay. yes.
I mean,
yeah, but yeah, she's mute. She doesn't say any words. It's a great one. As you said, the characters are very standard types. The guy,
the main boy,
he's a bad boy.
He's a bad boy,
but he's a player too.
And I just noticed. Kind of like the 15-year-old. Inside me, he's like, he's so hot.
Oh, yes,
so
yes.
Like, we do like bad boys. It's like,
we get it. Yeah, we understand. Yeah, he is bad.
She has like a childhood friend that it's a tsundere.
Yep.
That he's always kind of like making fun of her and in sign language. Like he learned sign language.
Yep. He's known it for years,
but he gets always super jealous every time that he sees her and him. The thing with Mr. Bad Boy, he is a polyglot.
Yeah.
He speaks several languages. He goes traveling a lot, so he has many
all over
stories.
The world.
And our main girl, Yuki, she's just fascinated with this. She's like, I don't know anything kind of like outside my little world of kind of like house, college.
And like a couple of friends, and then repeat.
And so she gets interested in him because you know
they're like total opposites.
These Pandora's box of knowledge and experiences
and fiction.
Yeah, and she wants to experiment all of this with him, and the dude is at the beginning he's kind of like keeping his distance, but you know it's shoujo manga, so something's about to happen.
That's right. And the sign language is just great in it. It's so heartwarming. The next one that we have. Oh, okay. Another season for the party one, the Heroes Party. So the full title, it's a long one. Okay, there it is. Shino Nakama ja nai toyusha no party wo oidasareta node hankyo de slow life suru koto ni shimashita. Second season. So, man, that's a mouthful. But you know, it's also known as Banished from the Heroes Party. I decided to live a quiet life in the countryside.
I wonder if it comes from a light novel.
Yeah, I wonder. Yes, it does. Oh gosh, but great story. You know, I haven't looked at like the continuation of the story myself.
Yeah, I only watched the first season.
Same. It's really heartwarming
because
the hero.
The hero is her sister.
His sister.
Right?
Yep. Yeah.
His sister. Yeah.
Yeah. This girl in the top right. She is kind of an emotionless young girl who's going through life, you know, but not really wanting the pressure of being the hero because it's not fun. It's an interesting take because a lot of the times for heroes and people who are super high level, they have status nullifications where even if it's hot or cold, they don't feel it. But her status effects are to the point where her levels, her like emotions are flattened out too.
Yeah.
Think like ions. I think that similarity is quite interesting. But for her, she has an older brother, this guy who's the MC, and he is very, very, of course, affectionate towards her. But he was in the party until the jerk guy kicked him out.
Yeah,
and like he didn't even consult the other party members. What a jerk. He got what he deserved.
He died, I believe, right?
He did die by his hand. And so I guess it was a joint effort.
Yeah,
well, still,
it was a pretty wholesome one.
It is. It was.
You know, like the story was not about the sister until the sister kind of like arrived. But for the most part, it was just him chilling with his waifu.
That's right. Yeah, and it's really great.
And now on this promotional picture, it seems that there might be a new hero. That he seems kind of like a jerk to me. So,
yeah, he does have that look to him.
The next one, oh boy.
Oh yes.
Been waiting for this one. I didn't even think that it would get an anime.
Really? Yeah. Me too. I think we found it before it was announced.
Oh yes.
So yeah, we knew about it.
Yeah, this one is called Dosanko Gals, Namara Menkoi, or Hokkaido Gals are super adorable.
and they're super mega cute. Oh yeah. Yeah. This one
it's kind of like a harem type. Not exactly harem because they actually never showed anything like that.
That's right, yeah.
But it's about a boy, his name is Tsubasa, and he moves to Hokkaido.
Yep.
With his grandma.
Yeah.
And Hokkaido is super cold.
It's cold most of the time.
And on his kind of like first day of school, he finds this gyaru, this girl,
oh my god,
that it's wearing a miniskirt, and like from the miniskirt up, she's well
she has
covered.
a coat. Yeah.
But
Yep.
you know, she's like, oh well, you know, it's like
Right.
this is the trend, and it's like,
Yeah.
okay.
This is the style she has because she's a gal. Oh my god.
And it's just him adapting to this new life in Hokkaido.
Yeah.
And how this girl is just so nice to him.
Yeah.
And he doesn't even think about her in that way, you know?
Yeah.
It's just the two of them having fun.
Yep.
You're introduced to a lot more gyarus.
Yep.
All of them
man.
different.
Yeah, different styles of Garu. But each one of them kind of like has their own reasons of liking the MC.
The story itself, you know, kind of like it's hard to tell it without
really giving away anything.
A lot of it.
That's right.
But
that's right.
if you like the type of you know, school comedy, because it's not even that itchy, or you know,
it's
like,
not.
that
No.
fan service is like
It's pretty wholesome. It is like slice of life where they just focus on their interactions, going out to certain places.
I even think that the Dangers of My Heart has probably more fan service than this one.
Oh, okay, that's something. Yeah, but yeah, really great. I'm definitely gonna watch it. Garus, you know, they're just awesome. Well, we have, of course, another honorable mention, second season of Yorosai Yatsura. So, of course, this new version. And then this upcoming one, Sokushi Chika Sakyo Sugite Isekai no Yatsura ga Marude Aite ni Naranai desu ka, is, you know, Minds and Death ability is so overpowered. No one in this other world stood a chance against me. So literally, this guy, he just wakes up in the middle of a field trip. He's on a bus and there's just utter mayhem surrounding him. Everyone's gone except for a few people. Few people are dead. And this girl, who is really cute, is like, hey, wake up. Like, hey, like, we gotta go. We gotta leave. But he has no idea. This guy, his name is Yogiri. He is just, you know, thrown in this situation without, and you know, we also are like thrown into this with him, and we're like, no idea what's going on, because you know there's a dragon, but it's a school bus, so it's like, what the heck? Turns out they were on a field trip. They were going through a tunnel. When they came out of the tunnel, they were isekai'd. Without a truck-kun. So
it's like
bus, but
they used truck-kun this time.
Right.
I guess that's the way truck-kun is supposed to work, but truck-kun didn't get the memo.
Right.
You know, truck-kun was like, you have to send them to other world. Okay, I can do that.
Check.
Like,
let's go.
By letting them ride inside of you.
Yeah. Whoops.
So this time Truck-kun did its job right.
Yeah. Yeah, and in the story, he has an ability that does instant death to his targets. So, you know, like, it's like a different idea of overpowered abilities, because for him, he doesn't need anything else.
Yeah.
And some things happen. There's a whole lot of like political stuff within the class, because the whole class was isekai'd with him. So it definitely does have a lot of elements that are pretty good. Of course, for anyone out there that might like that type of stuff in the isekai, I think it might be worth a try.
Yeah, this is a pretty dark isekai.
Yeah.
And especially because you know they are summoned here, so by this sage.
Yeah.
And this sage gave them gifts.
Yes,
and
yes.
Those are
and
different
those are
powers.
The way.
And again, like all of these powers are kind of like based of kind of like their personalities.
Yeah, yeah.
And the only
all
ones
sorts of powers
that that do not get a gift, it's this
This
guy,
guy.
like main character, the girl,
woke up.
the girl, her name is Tomochika, and another girl and another boy. One of the boy dies. The other girl also dies.
Yeah.
But the thing is that with him, this is not his power from this new
time.
world.
Yeah.
As the story continues, we learn that power has been with him even before coming to this other world.
Yeah.
And I was actually also kind of torn because this is a pretty dark one.
Yes,
it's pretty dark, and
kind
of like it shows a lot of kind of like the dark side of the Japanese.
Oh yes,
like everywhere she goes, they're like,
but
I can let you go, but leave the girl to me. And then like they go to her like, I can let you go, but leave the girl to me. And even him is like, well, I like it for your body. And
right, yeah. Yeah, yes, definitely is.
But
and like,
this is story.
Power struggle, that type of stuff.
It's an interesting one. I wouldn't say funny, but it's an interesting one in a way of how is it that he has this power, and how is it that no one can seem to kind of like counter it. Yeah. The next one, another honorable mention, it's Shaman King Flowers. The next one, it's also a ridiculous one. This is a straight up a harem one.
It's
So like if you like
to the max,
kind of like pure harem, this is the one for you. If you like more kind of like a high school comedy type of harem, like the one that is currently airing, like the 100.
Oh yes, the 100.
Then this might not be to your liking, but this is about a guy that is kind of like isekai
in a way, very strange way. Yeah, very particular way.
He becomes something that is called the Ring King. And the Ring King has 5 rings, each ring with different powers, and they, a standard trope, they have to defeat kind of like the Demon King. Though it's not called the Demon King.
Right. Yeah.
But
they're like,
each ring is actually, I would say, synchronized with a girl, and he likes a girl that her name is Hime, or at least that.
Right, back in honor. Yep.
And her power is light
power. Right? Yeah.
Yeah, and the thing is that he has to get married with 5 girls
in order
even though he only loves these. This girl,
main girl.
But he's like, oh no, I don't want to.
Right, but he has to. Yeah, because he has to collect the power to defeat the big bad.
Like definitely a lot of fan service.
It is, and it is.
Yeah, and like a lot of girls that fall in love with him just because he's nice with them. And it's like,
that's right. Like the girl who was basically shut in. She like stays in her room, and he like helps her out. Yeah, definitely one of those where it's like, okay, the guy comes in and like helps her. Like, all right.
Poorly written scenarios, which like that's not my background, but at this, I recognize like poor writing when I see it.
Oh sure, so, definitely appeal to fans out there. But yeah.
I mean,
for sure.
Once again, it's like this is for everyone who's into that. I like poorly written animes myself, so it's not like I'm all high and mighty. I like my garbage anime too.
Oh, same. This next one, Mahoto Yaju, or The Witch and the Beast. So this has quite the beginning. They're going out and they're hunting for a witch. this guy and this girl right here. So he comes up to this guy and he like talks with him. What stood out to me was that they're trying to get information about a witch to like hunt her down, and the girl like has these eyes that are super super intimidating, and they're like trying to get information, but it turns out the one that they need to talk with is like right beside them in the market, and then crazy stuff ensues. There's like a battle with a demon, but I couldn't like keep my focus while I was reading.
I did.
So like, yeah. It was fascinating stuff, but I just kept reading and I was like, I don't know what's going on anymore.
No, I actually did. So
oh boy, okay.
This one actually had a strong beginning.
Yeah,
Because these two guys, like, the guy is always carrying a coffin, and you have this girl that always has like this monstrous stare.
Yeah,
and so they are hunting witches, as you said, because they want to break a curse. And there are only two known ways to break a curse.
Right.
One, it's
Prince
kind of like a kiss from a loved one, like one that you truly, truly love.
Yeah.
I would say kind of like a romantic love.
Yeah.
And two, be in the good graces of the witch and have the witch release the curse.
Yeah.
And so they're like, well, there's a third option. Not well known, but there's a third option. And the city where there's a witch, the witch is actually regarded as a hero. It's the same city that a few or like a lot of years in the past, it was known for hating witches, up to the point that even like a witch kind of like left a curse or sealed a curse, and everyone's like, no, but witches are friends, which everyone's nice, and you guys suck because it seems that you guys don't like witches, you freaking racists. And they're like, okay, yeah, whatever. And it turns out that, to make a story short, a battle will ensue, and they will show a new way of breaking a curse. Temporarily, at least. Or it could be permanent if they find the right witch. Because the main, this feral girl in here, she is hiding something. Kind of. She's been cursed, and she has something that if she manages to break the curse, she will be like the worst nightmare of the witches.
Oh, wow.
Which, at the same time, I thought that it was kind of interesting of why, if she's the worst nightmare of the witches, how in the world did she get cursed in the first place? Which I hope they answer that. I mean, I don't know. Maybe the witch caught her like she was sleeping or something.
Okay. I see.
Because she has, let's just say, a mysterious power that it's able to be unlocked if she manages to get the witch's curse undone. And they all work as part of the Magic Resonance. This is a team of magic, by magic, and for magic. That's kind of like their slogan. And they deal with anything magic, and witches are kind of like their specialty. So yeah, it had a really strong start. So I'm actually looking forward to it. The animation, if it's done right, the fights will look really cool. Awesome. But the next one, it's Chiyo Maho no Machigata Tsukai Kata, or the wrong way to use healing magic. This is another ridiculous one. It's an isekai of a dude that he's kind of like the bottom feeder. In school. And he somehow manages to make friends with the student council president and the vice president,
Mm.
and everyone has both of them, on top.
Oh yeah.
Like on a pedestal to like, oh, they're
Yes,
perfect.
yes.
They're dating. They're like the power couple. And then he meets them, like he befriends them, and they're like, and they're just regular dudes that everyone, is glorifying them, but they're pretty chill. They're kind of awkward at moments.
Oh yeah.
And somehow they listen kind of like a bell. They listen to a bell.
They hear.
And they're like, hey,
yeah.
can you hear that? And he's like, no, I don't hear that. And then they're transported.
Yep, the three of them.
Yeah. And it turns out that the president and the vice president, they have special powers and even the title of heroes.
Yeah.
And then they're like, who's this? He's like, I just got here. And they're like, oh crap. And they're like,
sorry. We're so sorry. We're so sorry.
We don't have a way to return you. So, but don't worry, we'll protect you because you're not a hero. But let's just check what's your affinity, just in case.
Oh,
and they check it, and it turns out that he has healing magic.
Yeah,
which apparently is really, really scarce in this.
Yeah,
in this world.
And on top of that, they all start reacting like, "Oh crap! Like we better keep this on the down low." Once she finds out, like, you better watch out. And they're like, don't tell anyone about this. Like, go, like hide, basically. Like hide this from everyone. And lo and behold, who comes in? This girl. And everybody is like, oh crap. And she finds out, oh yeah, he has this ability.
Yeah, and she's like,
healing.
You don't say. So she takes forcibly him and she drills into him how to use healing magic. And he becomes super buff.
Way.
He's like,
yeah.
Literally. He becomes like a muscle brain.
Yeah. And it's so backwards because what she does is she basically puts whoever she trains through hell and then like puts them at their limit and then beyond that, their physical limit, because the healers, they can just heal and they can just keep going since they heal from their injuries.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yeah.
She probably has a screw loose, but she has a whole team of these healers who are trained in this.
I mean, not all of them are
way.
healers.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. They're like thugs.
Yeah. So she is kind of like the captain of the healing unit, out of which she has this group of reformed thugs. Yeah. that just carry the bodies of all the injured soldiers, on the battlefield, and they're unstoppable. And her crew consists on only 3 healing mages. Before the main character came. Yeah. But the other 2 healing mages, they are really feeble. So she was not able to drill, what she knew. Oh yes. Into those 2. So when she finds him and sees that he's able to, handle it, he becomes a healing mage on the front lines as well. And they're just like carrying people and they're like freaking fast and healing. And even if they get tired, they can also hit the exhaustion. Yeah. And oh man, it's crazy. It was a good read because I was like, oh man.
Because it's different.
Yeah, because the dude, and the other thing to say is that in this world, healers are ostracized. Yeah. Because they're weak. They're like, oh, you only have healing magic. Healing magic is garbage. And it takes some time to heal. And then it's like, oh, this group of healers, because now it's even new across the world that this healing unit, they are monsters. Yeah. That even demons are afraid of them.
Yeah. Oh man. So
yeah, it's another great one. I am also gonna watch that one because it's like,
For
man,
sure, for sure. It's gonna be wacky. Honorable mentions for 5th season of Kingdom, along with 2nd season of High Card. So yeah, pretty interesting. This next one, really, really great. It is Gekai Elise, or Surgeon Elise, or as I found it online, Dr. Elise. So it's a fascinating take on the whole like reincarnation idea, wherein she lived her life back in like I don't even really know. It's not really like a definite time period. It's like advanced medieval ages,
yeah.
but more of the royalty
It is weird.
stuff.
That's my only
So
complaint. That the time frame
that's the
seems
thing.
just kind of wacky. I
is.
don't think that the author put a lot of thought into the
Yeah.
the time that it actually happened.
Because it's like a whole bunch of mishmash and more convenience to the story itself. I would say that's probably the key point. So yeah, it's I would describe it as a period, advanced period type of setting. So she lived there at that time. She had a full life there. She died at the stake.
As one does.
As one does. Just for being a meanie. As Villainess is their fate. That's their fate. Then she lived a life in Korea, and she was a doctor. And we don't really get a whole lot of that. And she like lived as a doctor then, and then when she wakes up, she finds herself back into the body of Elise. So she's like reincarnated, but back in the past.
Yeah. Would you know, we have another one that is kind of like reincarnated.
Okay. Yes. Another one that's coming up.
Yeah, that one was like reincarnated only twice. Here, hold my beer.
Hold my beer.
But
That's
go
right.
on, sorry.
Oh no, it's a neat story. I think this story is actually really, really great, given the setting that it's in. So there is,
and it's a medicine one, which
it's a medicine one.
There are not a lot of animes that are about medicine, so it is appreciated. Despite all the time fluctuations,
right?
It is really appreciated.
It's so well done because it's so detailed. You feel immersed in the way that she lives her life, in the way in her decisions that she's making, and I want to highlight some of the like the procedures that she does. She does the one where you cut open the throat, oh boy, with the Duchess, saving her life from choking, and then quite a few others.
Or killing curing the bed
sore. That was the first one. And even stopping an epidemic. Incredible stuff. But the story...
Where were you during the COVID?
I know, right? We need her. That's who we need. Oh man, it's great. Like, what got me was how well the kingdom and political stuff is done, to where she is like helping the emperor, but then still focusing on her surgeon stuff. I just think the story is so good. And then of course the male lead.
Yeah, we have some romance.
We do, and I was kind of surprised about that. It was just like so naturally fixed.
They blended in to the point that you have this cringy love story. That you're like, oh, yes, like that's too sweet. It's too much sweetness.
Oh yeah, gotta get diabetes. Highly recommended. This one, Metallic Rogue. humans and androids. So bam, I'm like in already.
Man, this looks like a really colorful Nier Automata.
Yeah. Oh yes. Yes. Yeah. It actually looks like that particular armor set for 2B. So yeah. This one I'm definitely gonna give it a try. Sounds like there's a lot of like a mystery and interplanetary stuff. So yeah.
Interesting.
Very interesting.
Right, the next one, I'm also kind of like interested in this one.
Yes.
It says Akuyaku Reiju level 99. I don't know how to say 99 in Japanese. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah.
Watashi wa urabos desu ga mada wa arimasen. Or Villainess level 99. I might be the hidden boss, but I'm not the demon lord. And it's
oh yeah.
I don't know. I'm becoming a fan of these isekai villainous.
Yeah,
animes.
the ultimate
of
game.
course, like the first one on my list. It's,
Oh, yes.
That's the Doom Flags.
Yeah.
Katarina Claes.
She's just amazing.
This one is really interesting because, again, it's a girl. I think she's a college student, but she's reincarnated into this world, and she notices that she is kind of like the very last boss of one of her otome games, that she played. And she says like, oh well, you know, in this game there was, you know, the heroine of the story. She was a light magic user, and there are 3 boys that she can conquer, and when they beat the demon lord, which is around level 60 or so, they can continue the game, and then if they come back to the demon lord castle, they will find this girl. Her name is Eumelia, and then they discover that she was a dark magic user. And if you don't know how to do the game correctly, like if you want to do like just magic,
like right,
like magic. You'll get your butt kicked, and then if you want to do like
just physical,
then you will get attacked by magic again. And it's like, and she was really annoying, but she has to be killed, and so, you know, she regains this self-awareness when she's kind of like 5 or 5 years old. And also there's the thing that dark hair is not common on this world, so apparently
to the point where it's
dark
like
hair is kind of like a demon kind of thing.
Demon trait. And
so she's been ostracized a lot of her life because her hair is black, and then she's like, well, you know what, on the game this girl became the last boss because she didn't have anyone. And she was powerless. She was controlled to bully the main heroine, and so ultimately she became the last demon, the last boss.
Hidden boss.
And so she was like, well, I'm not gonna do that. And so she just goes to the dungeon and she starts soloing everyone. And so by the time that they go to the Magic Academy, she's already level 99. So like she skipped a lot of steps.
And it's to the point where, you know, everybody's flabbergasted. They're like, you cannot be level 99. You can't even get levels without beating monsters. But that's what she did.
It's like, what do you do? It's like, I just went to the dungeon, blow this whistle to summon more demons, and I killed everyone. And that's how I grind levels. Everyone is like, not even the knights are stupid enough to do that.
Because the demon summoning flute, it literally calls more demons, and oh man, it's hilarious. Patrick, best boy.
Patrick, it's introduced. It seems that on the game he actually didn't exist.
It's like a mob character.
But it comes to a point, you know, that she is hated by the main girl. Well, the main girl doesn't even see her as a person.
More
as a blob of darkness. And you know, all the other cocky, the prince and the other guys, they're
on their high horse. For most of the story,
and she beats the crap out of them every time.
Yeah.
And even like she gains an audience with the king, and the king is like, I know you're not the demon.
Oh yeah.
King, but can you help us out?
Yeah.
And
shameless.
there's an interesting world building in here, because it seems that these demons only attack a certain part of the land.
Yeah. Their empire.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And there are some other kingdoms, and all the other kingdoms slowly become aware that there is a level 99 dark magic user girl, and they're like, we must have that, because you know how like it's like having nukes.
Oh right. If one person has it, I gotta have it. Yeah.
So yeah, she even gets a dragon.
Oh yes, yeah. I was gonna say that's the highlight. She becomes like the adopted mother of the dragon. I love it. It's gonna be a good one. I really am curious though how they're going to do her emotionless personality.
Oh man,
along with all the internal dialogue that she has.
Man, I like the chibi drawings.
Oh yeah,
it kind of reminded me of kind of like a mixture between the Happy Marriage, and also Misuzu from Tomo-chan is a Girl.
Oh, okay.
Kind of like a mixture of both of them.
I can see that.
Misuzu is like these really cold facial features.
Yeah.
And also,
from Happy Marriage,
she's
just like super cute. Yeah. Oh yeah.
So,
with the eyes especially. This next one, we have Saijaku Tamer wa gomi hiroi no tabi wo hajimemashita. Yeah.
This is a really cute one. Though it starts really dark.
Really? Okay.
Again, this is an isekai. And the name of this girl is Ivy. And when she lives in a town or a village, she lives in a village where at 5 years of age, they go to the church and they can like awaken 2 skills. And most of the skills come with at least 1 star. And when it came for her to be her turn, she got a Tamer skill with 0 stars. And just that. Like most people would get 2 skills, she just got 1. From that moment on, she began to be ostracized by everyone, even her parents. To the point that even her parents, they were having food and they were making nothing for her.
No way.
Yes.
That's really mean. Wow.
Really messed up.
Really
everyone
messed up.
treats her like, like nothing, because they're like, this is unheard of. They're like, this is the first time that we have encountered this, but if she doesn't have stars, that means that her skill is garbage. And she even thinks of this, that she's like, oh, I don't think that I can even tame, like, even a slime. And so she has kind of like a friend, which is a seer. It's an old lady that teaches her how to live in the wild, kind of. Because at age of 5, she starts living away from the village, in the forest, and she learns how to hunt and this stuff, and the people in the village know about her, but they're like, oh no, it's the 0-star girl, like.
Okay.
And this old lady teaches her a lot of stuff, and she gives her potions and kind of like some knowledge, and she tells like, hey, if you want to go out in the world, go do it, because in here, this is not the place for you. And the day comes when the old lady falls ill, and she's not helped by the village chief because she was helping Ivy.
Okay.
And so she dies.
Wow.
And so when she dies, she kind of like goes inside the village to see like what's going on.
What?
And she overhears that they want to kill her. They want to hunt her down, like the village chief and even her dad.
Oh, dude, no way.
Yeah. And
No
so she's
way.
like, no, but like, nope. Like if I stay here,
She-
I'm gonna be dead. So she decides
Wow.
to make her way to another village.
How old is she at
She's
that
9.
point? Okay.
She's 9. She's she's a little girl.
Yeah.
But in this other village, she starts hunting like rabbits and some other stuff and sell it to the butcher. And the butcher is like, oh, okay, here you go, boy. And she's actually mistaken for a boy.
okay.
Which, it's kind of better.
Yeah.
Better to think that you were like a small boy than a small girl.
Yeah. Who's ostracized? Yeah.
And she's also keeping the fact that she's starless from everyone.
Oh, okay.
Because the old lady
Smart.
the old lady told her like, yeah, like if you trust someone, like really, really trust someone, then tell them. If not, just keep your mouth shut.
Okay.
And little by little, she's traveling across these villages, and she starts making friends with like the knights at the gate, a few captains of some of some of the guards, and she starts making a living.
Yeah.
There comes a point where she encounters a broken slime, which is a slime which more of a liquidy form that kind of actually keep its shape.
Oh, okay. I
And
see.
she's
I
like,
see.
well, maybe you're broken, maybe like me, maybe I can be able to tame you.
it. Oh,
And
okay.
she tames this broken slime.
Uh-huh.
And I don't think that it was broken because it didn't work. I think it was broken because its abilities are broken in a good way.
The slime's abilities?
And I think she's also broken in a good way.
Oh, okay.
Because this is slime. So in this world, people always use tamers, at least for cleaning. Like a lot of adventuring parties, if they want to get rid of garbage, metals and whatnot, they use slimes.
I see.
And she starts doing that, and her slime actually eats potions.
Oh.
Yeah, kind of like expired healing potions. And it comes to a point where it starts eating other kinds of potions. And now it's even capable of healing the slime. Like it will cover it will cover a host completely, kind of like eating him or eating her.
Yeah.
And it will heal the host.
Fascinating.
But she's also keeping all of these, shut.
Yeah, on the down low. Yeah. Okay.
But yeah, it's an interesting story in a way that she's kind of like, just trying to survive. And there are a lot of stories that the village where she comes from is actually facing like a huge economic depression. Because one of the fruits that they were using, they would rely on the old lady to tell them when to harvest them. And they can't anymore because it was a really finicky fruit. That only someone with the gift of seeing the future was able to calculate when to harvest it. And now that village they're going through a lot. So she's also at the same time trying to tell everyone that she ran away, because if people from that village know that she's doing good, because there comes a point where she has money. Lots of it, or more than what a kid should have. Then tragedy will befall. But it is okay. I really liked it. It is really good. Hopefully I didn't spoil the entire.
Oh, okay, yeah. Well, that is fascinating.
The next one, I did read a little bit about this one. It's called Orakana Tenshi wa Akumato Odoru. The Foolish Angel Dances with the Devil. And this is like a rom-com.
Yeah.
It's about that this guy is kind of like a high-ranking demon, and they're at war with heaven. So he wants to go to Earth to start, recruiting people.
Oh yeah.
To their cause. And on the very first day that he arrives, he finds this blonde girl, and she catches his eye, and he starts making a conversation with her, and he discovers that she's an angel, and she's kind of like a sadistic angel.
I see.
Because she puts a collar in him.
Yeah.
Kind of like making him do her will.
Uh-huh.
But there are a lot of like ridiculous situations, and it comes to a point where it turns kind of like into a Romeo and Juliet kind of thing, that they're not supposed to be together, but they like each other.
Yes, yeah.
It's ridiculous. It's I think that it's pretty okay if you if you like animes like the Tonosaky Kun. This is pretty similar in that regard.
This one, Isekai de Mufu Mufu deru nare suru tame ni ganbattemasu, or Fluffy Paradise. This is going to be great.
It's a girl that it's reincarnated, and she's told by the goddess, hey, I want to destroy humanity, but I want kind of like an unbiased opinion, so I'm gonna send you, and you'll tell me if I should spare them or if I should destroy them. And she has this kind of like gift that she will get along with any animal, regardless of the type, even if they're dragons or heavenly beasts. Which in this world, heavenly beasts can only be tamed by kind of like one person, and that beast will be loyal only to that person, but then they are all chummy and buddy with her.
Oh yeah.
And this goddess also tells her, like, well, there's one other thing. You will be hated by humanity. While you will be loved by the beast, you will be hated by humanity. So I'm going to base my judgment on that. I actually didn't read a lot because there were not a lot of translated chapters. But it seems like a wholesome one.
Oh yeah.
So far.
For sure.
That she has a family, and the family, it's nobles. But she's just like getting into pretty dangerous situations because she wants to cuddle with the animals. It doesn't matter if they're like freaking dragons or like killing tigers. She's like, she's so fluffy.
Yep. Just wants to cuddle with everything.
Yep.
So we have an interesting anime coming up called Maho Shoujo ni Akogararete. This girl, Hiragi Utena, she looks up to magical girls, and she, really admires them. And she starts to get involved with this mysterious cat, and this cat basically forces her to transform. But it turns out she transforms into the villain of these magical girls. And so she's basically forced to fight from being blackmailed by this cat type of being, by blackmailing her with her transformation video. So she doesn't want to get it leaked out. So of course she has to go fight these magical girls. But it turns out when she's fighting them, it turns out she is a sadist. So it continues, and she does all sorts of things. I always feel so betrayed
with the magical girl
genre.
Animes,
oh yes,
genre, yeah. You're like, hopefully something cute. And you start watching it
right. Yeah, it's either straight up horror or something like this, or the Orega one. The masculine.
He's like, why are you like this,
girls.
Japan?
Yeah.
Like, never change, but why are you
Never
like
change.
this?
Yeah. And so yeah, she is pure sadist, and yeah, hilarity ensues. Magical girls get into all sorts of compromising situations. So yeah, definitely exciting one.
Okay, Brian.
yeah. Oh gosh.
The next one, it's Loop Nanakaime na Akuyaku Reijuwa Mototetiko Tekikoku de Jiju Kimama na Hanayome Seikatsu wo Mankitsu Suru. Why? Or the 7-time loop. The villainess enjoys a carefree life married to her worst enemy. I wouldn't call this a villainess one. Because she is actually kind of like framed. And she's forced to cancel the engagement with the prince. But you know, this is the one that I was talking about.
Yeah.
The Hold My Beer one.
Yeah.
Because this is it's a girl that you know, it's confronting her former fiance, I guess. The fiance says like, "Oh, I found concrete evidence that you're doing some crappy stuff, so we're gonna cancel this." And she's like,
"Yeah,
all right, dude. See you later." And the dude is like, "Wait, aren't you gonna ask for why? Or am I doing this? Like, you probably love someone else, so that's fine. I'll see you later." And turns out that this is the 7th time that she has relived this moment. And the 7th time, all the previous times, she had always reincarnated at this point in time, and she only had 5 years of life until her life comes to an end by different reasons.
Yeah,
but all of them
means.
are actually triggered by this guy, the main guy of the story, which his name is Arnold Hain. He becomes the emperor of one of the places that she has always wanted to visit, and she has never have been able to visit in all of her, you know, her other 6 lives. She has actually managed to, you know, become an herbalist, a knight, a merchant, like all this wide range of careers.
Yeah.
And in this one, she wanted to, you know, take it easy. But then, as soon as she was leaving the castle and making some kind of like pretty dangerous stuff to get away from the castle, she's spotted by Arnold. And Arnold is like, I should get one of those. So turns out that Arnold is like, well, if this prince doesn't want her, I don't see why I cannot have her. And so he proposes her, you know, matrimony, and she starts living in there. And now it's her new goal to find out what made this prince to, you know, become a tyrant. And also find out why the heck she died because of him.
Because of him, right?
All these other times. And, you know, also another goal. Go beyond the 5 5-year mark.
Actually live. Yeah. Actually get past it. For sure. So this anime is Kyujitsu no Warumono-san, or Mr. Villain's Day Off. This is gonna be fantastic. It's gonna be a very, you know, like quick-fire short one. Like each chapter is a different day. And the thing is, this main character is basically the head of an organization that's gonna wipe out humanity.
He looks like Komi-san's brother.
Yeah, he does with the hair. Yeah, he does. He does look like him. Wow, that's funny. And the thing is, though, that this villain, this head of the organization, he takes days off. And when he takes a day off, he leaves all of his responsibilities for tomorrow, the next day. He will do nothing on his day off.
That sounds pretty cool.
Yeah. Oh, it's great. Each chapter is like a different day. He does different things. He goes to the zoo. He goes to like the aquarium. He goes to like the supermarket, all sorts of different places. And it's always surrounding either the pandas that he really, really likes.
Really?
He loves pandas. He loves like everything fluffy. He will watch like a panda documentary. And like, I think the finished chapter that I got to so far was he was like super pissed about getting a dinner, a ready-made dinner, and it was like the wrong flavor. It was like spicy. And he's like, how could they do that to me? Like, I'm so mad. And he's like gonna blow his top off. And it's his day off though. But then he sees the TV and it's on, and it's a panda documentary, and he's like, and then he sits down all quiet like, and oh, it's so great. Yeah. So yeah, it's gonna be a quick watch, I'm gonna guess it's gonna be maybe a weekend anime. Definitely one that you sit down and just have a fun time.
Chill.
Yeah.
Okay.
The funny thing is, he's apparently an alien. His whole organization, I don't know why it's called organization, but they're aliens apparently, and he does get involved with the heroes. They're called the Rangers, and these Rangers,
Are they different colors?
they are. We have red.
Classic.
He's the main one. Very, very classic. And further on, there's a girl that gets involved, but we'll see
Okay.
how far the anime
That sounds
gets.
interesting.
Yeah, it's gonna be a quick one.
Okay. We have another. We have a few other
Oh,
honorable mentions.
Oh, yes, yeah.
Just really quick, because they are original. We
Mhm.
have Buchigiri. It seems like a fighting one from
Yeah.
Mappa. So if it's a fighting one and it's Mappa, then
Oh yeah.
it's a good one.
Yep.
And another original one, it's called Pon no Michi.
Mhm.
This is also another original one. This seems to be Majo. You know
Oh.
the weird domino thing?
Oh.
The Majo one.
Okay.
Yeah, this seems to
Yeah,
be
yeah, yeah.
something like that.
Yeah.
Another Majo
Part-
anime.
Gotcha.
Yeah, we have
Like a
this anime
gaming one.
about competitive Majo.
Okay.
So if this is like a more chill Majo, it's really good. I've been interested in learning it.
Oh,
I've been
there you
interested in learning
go.
like shogi or Majo, but
Yeah.
I'm like, oh,
Okay.
Like I want to play with someone else because I don't want to play
Yeah.
in the internet where I'm gonna get my butt kicked right away.
Okay. Yeah.
But the next one that I actually want to talk about, 'cause
Yes.
I did read about this one.
Oh boy.
It's Hime-sama Goumon no Jikan desu, and it's this time for torture, princess. And this is like the sleepy princess.
Yeah.
Just replace the sleepiness with food
Yes, with food.
or with some other.
Oh yeah, they go to the amusement park for
Yeah.
one chapter. Yeah.
So it's about this girl. She is the third princess, and she's actually the captain of an army regiment.
Yeah.
And
the third rider.
the classic stuff: humans versus demons.
Mhm.
And there is also a sword, Excalibur.
Mm-hmm.
And they are
it's
in
like
a dungeon.
And Excalibur is like a
talking sword, right?
Talking sword. Yeah, that's right.
And you have like everything starts with the sword. It's like, hey, I'm Excalibur. I'm like the strongest weapon, and I'm here with the princess. And like she's pretty tough.
Yeah, she's amazing.
And then you have the torturer, and he's like, okay, princess.
Yeah.
It's time for torture, and the sword is like, ha! Do you think that you're gonna make the princess like
Give out
yield? Like,
she's the captain of the third rider.
Yeah, like every chapter, every episode is like it's the captain is like the strongest. It's
and she went
the
through
most
like this
novel
and
one.
that, and like never went into some like frivolous thing. You won't get her.
Yeah, it is like Oh, princess, I have toast.
Yeah.
He's like,
Yeah.
do you think that something like hunger is gonna affect them? Ha! You make me laugh. And the princess is like, toast?
Yeah.
And so it's like, just look, really soft.
Oh my
And he's like, you know what? You can have some. Just tell me the secrets of the kingdom, and you will have some.
Yeah.
And again, like the sword is like,
Oh
you
my
think
gosh.
the princess is that weak-willed? Okay, I'm gonna tell you.
Yeah.
He's like, princess, he's like, come on. And so every episode is how this princess is this really strong-willed princess. But you know, it's like video games, amusement park.
Oh yeah.
More
Delicious
food.
Mhm.
And it's like she always end up like, you know, spilling the secrets, but
Yeah.
actually like a few of them are good, a few
Oh, yeah.
others are not good. Like, oh yeah,
Yeah.
the queen is eye cup.
Right.
And the demon king is like,
or the king.
why would I need that? And you as a reader is like, why wouldn't you need that? It's like, you need that.
Right. And what gets me is when torture the demon when she thinks it's a great piece of information. That's what gets me. Oh man.
Yeah, because you always
Oh
have
my
the
gosh.
demon torturer like taking a bath, and she's like, today was a nice day, like, job well done. Like, what do you mean that information is not useful? I guess tomorrow I'll have to torture her again.
Yeah, torturing will continue.
And it's like, yeah,
man.
you know, it's never really torture. It's just like,
Yeah.
hey Brian, I have this bundle of video games completely for free if you tell me your password.
I'll tell you. Oh man.
So-
Yeah, it's great. It's
So
gonna be
It's
so
an
much
interesting
fun.
one, man.
Yeah. So the next one we have is Saikyo Tank no Menkyu Koryaku 9999 no Rare Skillmuchi Tank Yusha Party wo Tsuri o Sareru, or the strongest tanks Labyrinth raids. A tank with a rare 9999 resistance skill got kicked from the hero's party. And boy, this one is a good one. I'm gonna start just from the getting kicked from the hero's party. There, as you said, as we talked a little bit earlier, this one, after he gets kicked out, it turns out that it was the hero's fault himself.
It's always the hero's fault.
It's always the hero's fault.
Freaking hero.
And this one, he gets his just due. He is totally obliterated and like put down into the dust and shamed and stripped of his hero's title. I liked that part. Like that part was great. Let me back up though, because that's kind of far.
Yeah.
So this guy, he's the tank of the party, run-of-the-mill type of guy, except that his tanking value is the highest of the history of this world, apparently. It is also a world where people have a shell, which is kind of like their innate ability to ward off attacks, and then everyone has their abilities that comes with their class, basically. So for him, he has 2 known ones, and then he has 2 unknown abilities. And the problem is he doesn't know what they are or what they do, the 2 unknown ones. And so he gets kicked out from the party because
You're having my problem.
Right there. Yeah, inexplicably. Dang English. His shield, or
Yeah,
his
like
aura.
his natural.
Yeah,
His invisible natural shield.
yeah. Like a shell, it goes down to 0, so he loses it, and then it's kind of like he becomes vulnerable, which is kind of a weird thought since he has his shield, like his physical shield. Strange thing, but anime physics, exactly, yeah. So he's blamed. So yeah, it is kind of weird. Like, why does he need a shield? I have no idea. That's what got me. Yeah, anime physics. Really weird thing when they do that like that. So he gets kicked out of the party because of that particular thing that his shell drops without any reason at those crucial times. Turns out it's the hero using an ability that takes away his own shell, but then this guy, Rude, he basically gives his shell value over to the hero. And so that's the only reason why he was doing so well. And anyway, Rude, he goes out and about. He's like amazing. He gains the attention of everyone because he's kind of tall. He is a tank. He goes back to his hometown and he's surrounded by girls.
Oh, he also finds homunculus.
Oh, yes. Yes.
And the homunculus are a really big part of the story.
That's right. On his travels, he finds a homunculus, and then the homunculus is being attacked by this huge snake.
It was a monster.
Yeah. So. And so turns out the homunculus is kind of abandoned. She was created, but then because she has no like purpose, or she's not with her master anymore, she's illegal, or that she shouldn't be like kept alive according to this fantasy world.
Yeah.
And so since homunculi, they don't have a soul, they aren't naturally born, they don't really have any rights or a real life, I guess you could say. But she's special because she does have emotions, and of course she's a rational homunculi. So she goes along with him. He takes her along with him back to his hometown, and then he protects the town by more rampaging monsters, and the monsters also have some sort of like monster aura, and he's like becoming more incredible because he finds out his abilities from the homunculi girl. And so it's a pretty neat story. I think some of the appeal to it is the people who come into his life and stick around with him, and he like helps them, especially his sister.
Yeah.
He's just this con.
And he just wants to find a cure for his sister, because his sister has a particular condition, and that was one of the reasons of why he was in the labyrinth. Because he did say that if you manage to conquer the labyrinth, you will get something that will allow you a wish.
Yes.
And so he wants to get those things in hopes of making her sister feel better.
Yeah.
I really liked it. It came to a point where, it felt like they were playing Warcraft.
Oh, okay. Oh, interesting. Yeah.
Kind of, because they're like, oh yeah, you have your units, and you can summon units if you have this many points, and then you can also modify this and that.
Yeah, a lot of like values and.
So, yeah, I don't know how to feel about that.
I can see what you're saying. Yeah.
Because it was the fantasy aspect. Because this is not an isekai, this is a straight up fantasy.
It is, yeah.
And then it's by the way, we have this, and there's gacha, and there's all of this. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that those terms would not exist.
I see. Yeah.
It's like, and you have points. And it's like...
right.
I can't imagine, explaining a point system or a gacha system to someone from the 15th century.
Right. No way.
He's like,
no way.
Here, you can actually have 10 pools, and you can have the chance to of 0.001 to get a super rare pool.
Okay, yeah.
No.
No.
But and anyways, those were all the animes. We have a few other original ones.
Oh yes.
That sadly they don't have a description yet.
Yeah. Yeah, especially that one. Yamishibai 12.
It
Really
says 12 seasons, so
it's really fascinating.
We have others like the Delusional Monthly Magazine that seems like a seinen one. That again, like original ones, we don't really want to talk about them or read the description because you can do it. But all the other ones, we read them for you and we told you what they're for.
Yeah.
And if there's an anime that you might be interested in, you can just check the timestamps just below.
Leave comments too. Oh, I did read the Unwanted Undead. I think it's like 2 scrolls up. Right there. Last anime that I was
let's do the last one.
Yeah. Nozo Manu Fushi no Okensha, or the Unwanted Undead Adventurer. This one is going to be interesting because it is a really dark type of story where...
Seems pretty dark.
Oh, it is, yeah. And the kicker is he was an adventurer of 10 years at bronze rank for 10 years. So he's like making no ranks whatsoever, unheard of. Everybody else, they, the point of being an adventurer is, going up those ranks. But the thing is with him is that he's so experienced. He's very, very valuable to the rest of the guild. So everybody likes him. He goes down, and he goes pretty far down to the point where he's magically teleported. I believe that's how it happens. He gets into this room where he wasn't really prepared. He gets blown away, eaten by this dragon. Freaking dragons. And turns out he, like a few days later or sometime later, he just becomes a monster. He becomes a skeleton, and but he keeps his rational thought. And so the rest of the story is this guy as a monster, but with an adventurer rationale. He wants to go back to the service and continue his life, basically. And he has a goal of becoming a mithril adventurer.
Ooh.
It's a pretty cool story. He has some other points of contact throughout the region. He does eventually go to the surface, but the cool thing is that he has this monster evolution where he is a skeleton, then he goes to the next evolution, then he goes to the next evolution. So it's a really, really cool monster path you'll see in the anime. But yeah, it's a really very fascinating one that I'm definitely gonna give it a try.
Looking forward to that one.
Yeah.
I might try to give it a try.
Yeah.
All right, yeah, we have a few other kind of like movies that are
movies.
I don't know what's the point of talking about movies if they never freaking come out.
They come out on a timely manner for us.
Yeah.
I know, right? If only.
But
that was the anime. Yep.
Oh, yeah, I hope you guys are looking forward. Man, we're like 2024 almost already.
I know,
that just
right?
like a couple weeks away.
Yeah.
It's kind of scary.
It is. Yeah, I'm really scared.
I hope you guys liked it.
Yep.
We'll see you next week with the new anime.
See ya.